Today, we will talk about the strengths and weaknesses of the Math U See math curriculum and how it can fit in your homeschool life. By the end of this video, you will feel relieved and assured about whether if this program is right for your family and right for your child learning style. Let's get into it. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Iman, and on this channel, I help Muslim moms homeschool with confidence and joy while having simple routines and systems to stay on top of their home management and doing all that without sacrificing your own self-care. Okay, so the Math U See math curriculum is one of the more popular curriculum, and it is created by Steve Demme. So Steve Demme is a teacher, and he taught math using a multi-sensory approach. And he actually taught math to homeschool kids during a homeschool co-op. And after that, the parents of these kids loved what he was teaching, loved how their kids were learning, and wanted more resources from him. So he made materials for the parents to purchase. And that's how Math U See all began. And so from making resources for parents for a small homeschool group, it grew to being a large math curriculum that covers many grades. And so from humble beginnings and making resources just for a small group of parents, more people kept asking for his resources. So that's how his math curriculum grew, and it became Math U See. Eventually, manipulators were added and lots of video lessons were added as well. And so Math U See really creates a solid foundation of understanding math. And the thing with Mr. Demme is he wants students to not only understand why math is important, but how math works in the real world as well. And so with Math U See, it's all about a mastery approach. Mr. Demme believes that before a child can move on to the next skill, they have to master the previous skill, because math knowledge itself builds on itself. So the child has to have mastered the first base before he moves on to the second base. And this is what Mr. Demme believes. So therefore, his whole curriculum is a mastery approach. And so the way this looks like is your child will learn one specific skill in one of the books and keep doing that skill and keep building on that skill before he moves on to the next book, which he works on a whole different skill. And the thing about Math U See is the books are not per grade level, it's by skills. And so Alpha, it can be used by kindergarten or a first grader. And this teaches children how to master single-digit addition and subtraction. And then the next level is the Beta. And Beta is between first grade, that's advanced, to a second grader. And it teaches the child multiple digit addition and subtraction. And that's literally what it focuses on in the whole book. And the child masters this before he moves on to the next stage, which is multiplication. So every book has a specific skill that you master. And even though you master specific skills in each book, you still learn other math concepts like counting money, skip counting, telling time. He still adds other math concepts like that, but he mostly focuses on that main skill, which is either adding single digits, adding double digits, addition and subtraction, multiplication, or division, or fractions. So those are the biggest topics in the Math U See program. And so because each book is not based on grade, it's based more on skill and knowledge, children can move as fast and slow as they want. If a child is more advanced in math and they want to be more challenged, they can move through those books as fast as they can. Versus a child that needs more help in math, they can stay in that one lesson and have lots of practice sheets before they move on. So it's built for children of all different skill level and knowledge level, which I love. Before they can move on, they have to have mastered that specific skill and knowledge. And that is the key for all children that are doing this curriculum. And so the Math U See math curriculum offers math from as early as kindergarten all the way up to grade 12. And so if you love this curriculum, then you can definitely use it for all of your kids because it does support many different learning styles as well. Okay, so before we get into the book and I show you exactly how the book looks like and the table of contents, I want to show you what you get when you order this math curriculum. So when you first order for the first time for your first child, you have to get the large package, and it's a lot of things that you get with it. So you first get the instruction manual, then you get the student textbook, then you get a test and activity booklet. So 3 books so far, and then you get a DVD. So that is 3 books and a DVD. And then also when you purchase the whole bundle the first time you order, you also get a digital toolbox. So instead of using a DVD, that most people might not have a DVD player, you watch the exact video lessons online on your laptop or computer through the digital toolbox. So all that come when you first order the bundle. The other thing that comes with the bundle is your blocks. Okay, so these are the blocks that you get when you order the bundle for the first time. You get the 100 blocks, you get the 10s, the 6, 7, 8, 1. So 1 to 10 is all here, and then you get the hundreds. So these are the blocks that you get when you order the whole bundle with the books, when you get all 3 books, the DVD, and the block. But the thing I want to say is once you order this whole bundle one time, all your books, the DVD and a digital toolbox, and all of your blocks, then when you use this math curriculum, this level for your next child, all you have to do is order a new student workbook, which is this one. That's all you have to order for your new student that's using this level again. Because otherwise, everything else can be reused for all of your other kids. So over time, Math with Confidence, you do save the money. At the beginning, not gonna lie, it is pricey to buy all of it at once, especially with shipping as well. I would say it was around $310 to buy all this. But my next child, I'll be using the Alpha program. I just have to buy a workbook, and it's literally maybe $60, $70 just to buy the workbook. The other thing is they do have a Math U See Canada program, and then they have a Math U See American program. So if you are Canadian and you are interested in a Math U See curriculum, you can order from the Math U See website, and all of their books and their tests and the student workbook is all in the Canadian metric system. So instead of inches, we have centimeters, and we have meters. Instead of miles, we use kilometers. So you can definitely get the Canadian metric system if you order through Math U See. Okay, so now I'm going to be showing you inside the Alpha Math U See level and the Beta, because those are the 2 levels that I have. So this is how the table of contents looks like if you are interested in getting this math curriculum and you're just wondering how it looks. So you do have lessons 1 to 30, and each lesson takes a week to do, but you can go faster and you can go slower depending on your child. So if your child, you do the lesson maybe for 2 days and they get it, then you do the review with them and they get the review and they get everything correct and they understand and they can explain it back to you, then you move on to the next level. But if your child just does not understand, let's say lesson 2, and they have done all the practice sheet and all the review sheet and they still don't understand, you can actually print out more practice sheet for them on the Math U See website for each lesson, depending on the lesson that they're struggling with. So this is how it looks. In this level, you are mastering adding 1 digit and subtracting 1 digit. So you start with adding 9, adding plus 8, adding doubles, making 10s, and then you also have telling time at the bottom. You have the skip count, and this is how it looks. Okay, so I'll be showing you inside the student workbook and how all the practice sheets look like. Okay, so for example, we are on lesson 14. So each lesson has 3 practice sheets and 3 review sheets. The 3 practice sheets is 14A, B, and C. And each page you'll see has a letter, okay? Those are the 4 practice sheets. And then 14D, E, and F are all systematic reviews, what they call it. So literally what you learned in lesson 14 is what you're gonna review, and everything that you learned and all the other lessons you review in the review. So he wants children to master that skill, but also make sure they remember what they learn. And so that's one thing I love about this program is the constant mastery and the drill and the practice, but also the reviewing of previous things that they learned so they don't forget. So yeah, so 14A is practice, 14B is another practice, and 14C is practice. And you can see that at the top, lesson practice. And then D is when the review starts. And you can see that at the top, the review starts. And this is everything they learned in lesson 14 and down from lesson 13, 11, 12, 10. He brings everything in this review. And he really strengthens their math knowledge. So this is a review, 3 pages of review. And this is a review, and this is a review. And by the time they do 3 pages of review, they got it. And you go to lesson 15, which is the first practice sheet for lesson 15. Okay, so now I'm going to be talking about the strength and the weaknesses of this math curriculum based on my opinion. And just so you know, this is the math curriculum that I use with my kids currently. But there's, of course, also with every curriculum, there is weaknesses to it, which I'll share that I have noticed. So number 1, let's start with the strength. The strength is that I love that it's a mastery approach. A lot of the math curriculums, you'll see that it's either a mastery approach or a spiral approach, or it can be mastery and spiral together. But Math U See is through and through a mastery approach. And I love that because this is what my son needs. My son needs the constant drill over and over and over again, that same topic, for him to get it. He needs that, like, lots of practice. He needs the time to finally understand it. But once he gets it, he is good and he can move on and he doesn't forget that skill. So the mastery approach, doing that exact same type of questions over and over and over again, is what my child needs. So I love the mastery approach with this curriculum. And once I show you how the actual book looks like inside, you will see that in 1 week, every day you work on that same lesson. Every day you have a page. You have A, B, C. Those are the actual lesson page. And you do that for 3 days. And then D, E, F is the review. And you review what you just learned in that lesson, and it also review previous lessons as well. So I love how much review it has, and also the 3 days of constant practice that it offers. The other strength of this curriculum that I love is it has video lessons. And this is why, one of the main reasons why I switched over to Math U See from Math with Confidence, is because I needed help teaching my oldest child math, especially with having other kids. And the video lessons are amazing. Mr. Demi teaches math in such a great way, easy to understand, it's fun. The video lessons are short and I love them. The video lessons are so worth this whole math curriculum because it takes the pressure off of me teaching the math. Math is not my strong suit and I needed help teaching math. So Mr. Demi's videos are amazing and I really love the video lessons. Really helped math be more enjoyable in my homeschool. And the thing is, I personally learned so much about math, the way you think about math, the way you think about the numbers from Mr. Demi that I never learned as a child. And so as an adult, I'm learning with my kids how we add certain numbers faster, how we do mental math faster, why certain numbers are in certain houses, like units versus tens versus 100. Like, there's just so many things I'm learning with my son that I haven't learned as a kid. So Mr. Demi just explains it so well that even as an adult, you can learn. And the last strength is that it's multi-sensory. This math curriculum has videos, it has blocks, it has lots of worksheets and writing practice. So there's just lots of way for the child to learn. If they are a visual learner, auditory learner, kinesthetic learner, and they have to touch. This math curriculum supports all three learners. And it's just amazing that it does that. And it offers the curriculum from K to grade 12. So you can literally use it for all of your kids. If you have multiple kids that you're homeschooling, you can literally buy this one curriculum one time and just keep reusing it for all your kids. Because all different types of kids can use this math curriculum, which I love. And the other thing about this multi-sensory approach that I realized is that Mr. Demi is very big on saying the number, writing the number, and building the number. And I realized that this year my child is really good at saying the number and building. He wasn't good at writing the number because he didn't get that much practice with his last math curriculum. So now with this math curriculum, it really strengthened him doing all three skills: the saying the number verbally, the writing the number, and building the number from the blocks. And it really deepens understanding what numbers actually are. So you get to learn numbers through different formats. Okay, let's get into the weaknesses. And every homeschool curriculum are always going to have a weakness based on your family and your needs. And so this is my opinion on the weaknesses of this math curriculum. Number one, it can be expensive for some families. When you first buy this curriculum for the first child that you're using it for, you have to buy it all. You have to buy the blocks, the teacher manual, the student manual, the DVD you automatically get with the digital toolbox. All of that, it's a lot. You get so much products. And it can be pricey, around $300 with shipping, above $300 with shipping. But I believe over time, you do save the money because the more kids you use it for, you just have to just buy the workbook for each kid and reuse everything else. So I think it's just the first purchase that was a bit of a shock for me and how expensive it can be. So yes, so the price can be a problem for many families. And the other weakness to this program, which I guess is not really a weakness, it depends on you, but for me, I don't like having a lot of extra things in my home and in my homeschool because I already have quite a bit, is with this program, you just get a lot of things that you probably will never use. Like the DVDs, like I really don't use the DVDs, but you still get it in the package and there's no way you can like opt out. The other thing that you get is the test and the activity books, which I don't use tests in my homeschool, and I can't seem to opt out the tests. So the DVDs and the tests are like extra things that you get that I wish you can somehow opt it out and just not waste these resources because I'm not using them. And the families that actually want to use them, they get them. So I just don't like that extra access that you get and you cannot opt out from, and you just have extra books and extra things in your home and your homeschool, just extra clutter. If you found value in this video, then you will love the next video on the screen where I review another popular math curriculum, which is the Math with Confidence review video. If you're interested in learning more about this curriculum, make sure you check out the video on the screen right now.